In 1,000 country towns across Australia, there's a way of life most people dream about. From the towns that hug the coastal hills and valleys, to the small towns in the country further out. And it's here you'll find the heart of this old country, where the locals take life as each day comes round. I wouldn't change the life I lead, 'cause there's nothing I don't need to live a good life in this Aussie country town. There's an old pub on the corner, and there's a servo down the street. There's an old-time country hole where all the local ladies meet. There's a cafe called the Metro where the local kids hang round. There's no place in the world quite like an Aussie country town. Now the gossip pages in the local paper revealed as more goes on than meets the eye. And you can read about the legendary families who first settled in the good old days gone by. And if you care to take a stroll along the main street and take your time to really look around, I'm sure that you'll agree there's not a single thing we need. Yeah, we've got the lot in this Aussie country town. There's an old-time picture theatre where they show the matinee. There's a stock and stationed agent and a branch of the CBA. There's a deep hole in the local creek where the kids swim all year round. Yeah, there's no place in the world quite like an Aussie country town. There's an old pub on the corner, and there's a servo down the street. There's an old-time country hall where all the local ladies meet. There's a cafe called the Metro where the local kids hang round. Yeah, there's no place in the world quite like an Aussie country town. Beyond the dream, I see a land where all Australians can live as one. Beyond the dream, there's no poverty or hunger, no homeless on the streets, and jobs for everyone. Beyond the dream, every single child receives the love that they deserve. Not one solitary tear would be shed because of fear, and a trusting smile will always ease the hurt. Beyond the dream, black and white will stand together with no thought about the color of their skin. Beyond the dream, our shores will stand forever, protected against terror and the evil minds that operate within. Will we ever live beyond the dream? Beyond the dream, the drugs that scar our youth will have lost their stranglehold. Beyond the dream, we'd respect the lives of others, treat our neighbour like a brother, and take the time to smell the roses as they grow. Beyond the dream, we'd have come to understand that nature reigns supreme. We would not antagonize her, but work hand in hand beside her, knowing that this world is all there is. Beyond the dream, black and white will stand together, with no thought about the color of their skin. Beyond the dream, our shores will stand forever, protected against terror and the evil minds that operate within. Will we ever live beyond the dream? Beyond the dream, black and white will stand together, with no thought about the color of their skin. Beyond the dream, our shores will stand forever, protected against terror and the evil minds that operate within. Will we ever live beyond the dream? Oh, I camped one night in a cattleman's hut on the plains up near Falls Creek, an ancient relic from the past. Oh, how I wish those walls could only speak. There'd be countless tales and stories of the days now long gone by, buried amongst the timbers that lined the old insides. Well, the hut was just an open room with a floor of timber slabs. A hand-cut table and one stool were about the only furniture it had. And I'm sure the old stone fireplace, all blackened now with age, has served its purpose countless times long since those early days. Up in the huts of the high country, the pages of our history book unfold. Up in the huts of the high country, the legendary stories are told. As I gazed into the embers of the fire that I had made, oh, I swear I could hear Jack Riley boasting about the famous ride that he had made. While the laughter round the table as they watched the billy boil was muffled by the autumn winds that whistled through the walls. Then I thought about the hardships those first settlers must have faced, and not even for a moment could I ever imagine myself in their place. But they played their part in history, and although they're now long gone, way up in the mountain huts, the legends still live on. Up in the huts of the high country, the pages of our history book unfold. Up in the huts of the high country, the legendary stories are told. Up in the huts of the high country, the pages of our history book unfold. Up in the huts of the high country. The legendary stories are told. The legendary stories are told. I've travelled round this country, spent a lifetime on the road, felt her changing moods as the seasons come and go. I've marvelled at her beauty and the colours that she wears. I've seen most of the world, and mate, there's nowhere else compares. Oh, I've seen the ancient colours of the Namatjira land, the purple of the Olgas and her ochre-coloured sands, the swirling white-brown waters when her rivers run in flood. Oh, the colours of Australia run through my veins like blood. Oh, the colours of Australia were painted by God's hand on a rainbow-coloured canvas laid right across this land. From the blue Pacific Ocean to the western desert scrub, the colours of Australia run through my veins like blood. Oh, the colours of Australia run through my veins like blood. Oh, I've seen the lush green pastures of the hills and coastal plains, the dusky coloured scrublands beyond the great dividing range, the blazing red inferno as the bushfire rages forth, with the emerald-coloured waters of the oceans to the north. And I've camped amongst the snow gums on a cold September's morn, and seen the first gold rays of sunlight herald up the dawn. And I've seen the mountain brumbies take on a ghostly form when they come in search of water underneath the silver moon. Oh, the colours of Australia were painted by God's hand on a rainbow-coloured canvas laid right across this land. From the blue Pacific Ocean to the western desert scrub, the colours of Australia run through my veins like blood. Oh, the colours of Australia run through my veins like blood. All the colours of Australia were painted by God's hand on a rainbow-coloured canvas laid right across this land. From the blue Pacific Ocean to the western desert scrub, the colours of Australia run through my veins like blood. Yeah, the colours of Australia run through my veins like blood.